I'm not a lawyer, but let me fill you in on the first 3 days of the state of Georgia versus Hannah Payne trial. Hopefully you've watched my first video recap on this trial. If not, go watch it because I'm not going to review the opening statements or the first two witnesses from this trial. I'm going to get right into day 2. Okay, so this is Charity Super. She trains the 911 operators in the Clayton County area, and during her testimony, Hannah Payne's full 911 call was played for the jury. I'm only going to play some of the call because most of it I played in my first video, but there's some of this I didn't play and you want to hear.
Okay, so he is going west, down Fort Parkway.
Okay, so you couldn't get the same number?
No, but I'm catching up to him right now.
Okay, so we actually do not want you to chase him. We just want you to be safe.
I understand. I understand 100%. I'm just going to get the tag number, nothing else.
So, if you can go back to that location where the incident happened, it's because someone is actually on the way to you guys now. You know, that's what I want. I want you guys to go back to the location where it happened, and an officer will be out there momentarily, okay? Ma'am.
Ma'am!
Yes.
Ma'am! He just pulled the trigger of my gun in my hand. Why do you...
Ma'am, you are not supposed to follow him.
He hit my car!
Okay, you got the tag number.
There's a police officer down the street. Tell him to come up here now. He pulled the trigger on my gun after he attacked me. Tell the police officer to turn around, down the 285 exit, and come up here immediately. And now he needs paramedics. I'm safe, but he ain't.
On cross-examination, Hannah's attorney, his name is Matt Tucker, he seems to be emphasizing that the 911 operator didn't repeatedly emphasize to Hannah that she shouldn't follow Kenneth.
They're told to say, our policy, what we learned is not to chase, and say it one time and not say anything else.
We tell them that they can do it if they feel safe to do so, but we don't want to do anything to put them in danger nor the public.
How many times have they trained to say, we don't want you to follow this car, we don't want you to do this? How many times are they supposed to say it in their training?
We tell them that. If they say they're going to continue to do it, then we just try to get as much information as we can.
You're saying that the policy is to tell them not to follow or not to chase, but to be safe. But it's not to reiterate that or come back and say, hey, our policy is this, don't do that.
We would tell them not to do it. I don't know what the difference is between telling them once or telling them 5 times.
Help me understand. So it's a policy for y'all to say it. It's not a policy to try to force them not to or try to convince them not to.
What a person does on their own will is what they do.
Okay, the next witness was this woman, and she gives her eyewitness account of what she saw.
It was like a pickup truck right there, and a Jeep came and like ran over this little spot and blocked him. Blocked him from driving, so he abruptly braked, and then a woman popped out of the car and she said, "Get the F out the truck," to him a bunch of times, and she pulled out a gun, and I remember there was a lot of traffic. I remember he backed up a little bit and he hit her truck, and she jumped through the window and started fighting him.
On cross-examination of this witness, Hannah's attorney, Matthew Tucker, repeats the story she's given back to her and addresses something else.
And today you're testifying that she came out of the vehicle, held him at gunpoint.
Yes.
He rammed her vehicle.
Yes.
She jumped in the window.
Yes.
And then you pulled in front so you couldn't see anything else.
Yes.
All right, now that you've had time to review that document, did you ever mention about a Jeep jumping a median to cut off the truck?
No.
Okay. Your testimony here today is that she jumped out with a gun and held him at gunpoint, correct?
Yes.
Okay. From that statement you wrote right there, did you say anything about her jumping out with a gun and holding him at gunpoint?
No.
Okay. And in fact, in that statement, you said that they started hitting and then a gun was pulled, correct?
No.
Okay, what did you say?
She cut him off and he had to brake suddenly and he almost hit her by like an inch. Then she hopped out so quickly, screaming, and pulled up her shirt with her gun. Then she started hitting him.
Now listen, eyewitness testimony can get a bit tricky in trials because people's perspectives and memories can vary. And you're going to see that come into play with this next witness, which is this woman. And she recounts what she saw, and her version of events is a bit different than the first eyewitness.
After she repeatedly punched him and yelled at him, she backed away and she pulled the gun out after punching him repeatedly and asked him to get out the car. So she went back to the car and tried to open the door. That's when I seen her reach inside the truck. It looked like she tried to open the truck from the inside. That's when I heard the gunshot.
And to be expected, on cross-examination, Hannah's attorney highlights some of the differences between her testimony and the previous witness.
Did you see any vehicle jump over that median?
So if she did jump a median, that part I did not see.
Okay. Did you see her jump into the window?
Jump into the window?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Okay. And at any time, did you see her come out of the Jeep with a gun and hold him at gunpoint?
No, that's not how it happened.
Okay, come back for part 2 so I can get into more of the testimony.